Good morning, grasshoppers. Let's return to an old fan favorite. Just for Ron. Good morning, Ron. It is Good Friday, tax day in the United States. Something probably not everyone really wants to hear. We'll see what we can do here. One of my students was interested in playing this yesterday. Actually wanted to play the real King's Gambit, and I told him no. Really? Well, let's go for it. Let's go for it. Probably h4 straight away was the best move, honestly. I've been all around the globe. Your soul. Interesting. That's no good. Yeah. Well, that's a bummer. That is a bummer, Ron. That is a good move. What are you doing, sir? I can't offer a draw. Good morning, Nico. I'm going to try to send the notification, by the way. I cannot send the notification. You can see that I have too many requests. Lichess has this ridiculous feature that I cannot send more than 7 team requests. And I'm going to try to send it again. Hold on. Maybe that screen was just old. Copy. Now, as a result of me sending this now, Nico, I can no longer send a notification 7 days from now after or before 5:06 a.m. I'm out of requests. I shouldn't even try to send it. Hopefully, because I haven't sent my 7th one, I will be able to reset. That's all I can say. Lichess does not allow me to send more than 7 requests in 7 days. So therefore, I was actually thinking about setting up a different team for different events. So for example, the weekend arenas would have to have another team, like a rapid team. And the weekday teams will be divided up into the Master Chess 960 and the Blitz. So for example, I don't do 960 that often. That's all I can do is send it in the 960 arena. So yes, be that as it may. And then we don't get any notifications for our games. Which is really sad, right? What book of games do I have on Najdorf? I believe I have a book of Najdorf's games, which we can do today. I would also prefer to grow the dojo with a simul. I wonder if I can rename the team 960. Yeah, last week, I'm not sure if it was exactly a week ago. It was exactly a week ago when I had, or maybe 2 weeks ago when I had Logic subbing for me as a guest host, and I couldn't get enough people into the but people have to join now if they're going to join at all. I also received word from Chess Informant that new books are on their way. This could include Informant number 151. So we're going to have to really pound out some analysis. We're going to start devouring the informants as fast as humanly possible. And I'm going to use my whiteboard when we devour these books. Basically, I'm only going to give 60 seconds for people to get their answers in. And if they get an answer in that is correct, basically they can pound out as many as they wish to. And then I'm going to write them on the board, and we're going to give VIP for the month. Yeah, volume 1, I have not finished the miniatures book. Now, what do I do about the public studies of the informant games with an occasional bit of analysis? Now, the organization of the informant games is actually what is copyrighted. So, what I was thinking about was I'm going to make them private studies while I do them on stream, and only subscribers have access. So then I have to decide which subscribers have access, which is another thing, right? Which subscribers have access, because only 32 lucky subscribers. So it could be the 32 longest attending subscribers, or it could be 30 subscribers who have attended the study sessions. Sorry for getting off that screen. Let's see how Nico's doing with Ron here. Nico's got a playable position, not great. But he should realize that the rook on e6 is tied down to the rook on c6, so knight c5 is a valid move here. Knight c5 is a very valid move here. Because rook f6 is king g7, and there's still no way to take advantage of it. And he has to keep attacking the rook. Yeah. And now we can try to get our knight back into play somehow. It was not an easy position anyway. It was worth a try, Nico. Yeah, no, I mean, ironically, I don't necessarily know that it would have led to anything, but my next suggestion was going to be, but it wouldn't work. Ron was just too good. I think we have one more round in us, if people can get in. Hold on, I'm going to try, before I make a move, I'm going to try to send the notification, even though I don't want to. So I have to decide which day I'm not going to advertise, right? Okay, success. See, the notification went out.
Ready.
And we're going to stall as much as possible in order to get more people into this arena, into this Swiss. But in reality, I send the notifications on Twitter and in the Discord, so everyone should be in the Discord or on Twitter in order to make sure that you are in this. Well, that's fascinating. Am I that overworked that I'm concerned about this? I don't know. Am I concerned about this? I don't really want to give up the bishop pair, so maybe it was better if I'd taken on... That's too bad. Limited time only sale. Limited time only. Too bad we couldn't have held on to that hole. That hole on D3 was relatively pleasing to the eye. As we continue to improve our position. Que pasa? I admit it. You got me. I have two pawn breaks where that came from. And the winner is... I do not know. All right. Once again for the moment of truth. I'm still trying for a better endgame here. Not easy getting a better endgame out of this thing. Good morning, DG Road. How are you? This morning I had a great chessable conversation with Geert, who does the theme music for the Perpetual Chess podcast. I should have asked him for a recommendation. That's interesting. Can I sack the exchange here? I cannot. Very annoying. What? You are now officially pinned, sir. And what does officially pinned really mean? It means that there's a back rank weakness. It does mean that there's a very, very serious back rank weakness going on. There, if anyone doesn't see it, there's several X-ray. There's at least one X-ray, one skewer, one pin, one removing the defender, and one back rank weakness in this position. Uh-oh, what can he possibly be trying to do? This looks like I'm on a rampage. He's still pinned, folks. Oh boy.
Check. Time is running out.
Oh boy.
Check. 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 Victory.
Removing the defender did happen, but just not the way I thought it was going to happen. I actually thought I was going to get that in a totally different route. So we're up to round 4. There are no more entries for today. This is the drawback to having only 6 rounds. Now, I would like A3 named after me. Someone said if you had a variation that you would like named after you. I don't know who this Shock Bronco is, but I believe we've played before. Yes, we did draw. Bum, 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 bum. We gotta switch to some real music. Good morning, Pegasus. Oh no. You are in the tank until the end of May. I just informed my billiards teams that I have some level of difficulty getting to billiards on time, if at all. Mainly because lessons have to be compressed to the weekdays. E.G. Road and I will be in Dallas and Columbus in the following weekends through the 2nd of May. I did make a mistake here, didn't I? Yes, I am dead lost. If you have not yet noticed, yes, I am dead lost. So now I have to decide, how dead lost am I? Right? How dead lost am I? Oh, now you should see that I'm dead lost, right? All right, we're going to try to survive this, folks. We are just going to try to survive this. Thank you, David. I appreciate that. DG Road, I believe that David, or Dabo here, by the way, is a very good friend with Julian. Yes. JD from, I don't know if Julian's is Julian a senior? I think he is a senior.
Check.
I feel like he's a senior. Crazy, right? He's a junior? Thanks. So he's behind Harris. Wow. Can't believe Harris missed this one. I really can't believe Harris missed this one. I really have a hard time believing that Harris missed this event. It's unfathomable to me. Completely unfathomable. Alright, well. I've got complete control over these squares as I am about to extract myself. Craziness that I have complete control over these squares in the center. That's insane, right? That I'm not super dead lost is even more insane. Sometimes I amaze myself. Vivon 905, how are you? Alright, moment of truth. Where are you going, and what does it all mean? First things first. Well, let's see how he defends. After all, we have a small opportunity here. Maybe that wasn't the best. Maybe bishop e5 was better. Bishop e5, queen takes d5, queen f5 check, queen d7. It's such a bummer. Going to visit the weakness on f7. That's correct, folks. We're visiting the weakness on f7. Where are the weaknesses? Yakov Algard had such a great Perpetual Chess Podcast interview. If you've not yet subscribed to Perpetual Chess Podcast, it is seriously, seriously worth it. Oh no.
Victory. Ready.
We do need to get more people in the dojo so that they could see the Swiss. The ICC NYC Scholastics. I forgot about that weekend. Scenic Brooklyn coming up, folks. So yes, Dallas, Columbus, Ohio, and Scenic Brooklyn. We also have the Chicago All-Girls coming up. So I picked up a new student for the other day. And I have to get the other one in gear as well. Team room is set for Dallas. How many people do we have going? Team room is set for Dallas. How many people do we really have going to Dallas? By the way, Dallas is the middle school. If you've not yet known, all of these events through 2025 are in the Master Chess Dojo calendar. So all of the US chess events, oh that's right, we're sharing a room with Spire, right? So the Master Chess Dojo calendar actually contains all of the US Chess Scholastic National Championships through... Yeah, that's enough kids in the room. Fed is one very... Grandmaster John Fedorowicz is one very big kid. There are a lot of big kids in the chess community. He's one of my favorite kids. I know he seems old, but he's very youthful. And my apologies to Danny, but of course, I've been 39 so long that everybody, including Mr. Rhodes, seem like kids to me. There are only a few guys like Grandmaster Rhodes, who I feel might be older than me and who carry themselves older than me. Good morning, Lauren. How are you? I hope we didn't lose Conte de Luna today because of yesterday's incident. Yesterday we had a rather unfortunate incident where one of our players went off the rails, started accusing people of cheating. I completely forgot about it. I put it out of my mind. I mean, I looked at the game. I didn't see anything wrong with the game. The person who was playing really, really terribly. If you give your opponent the best possible moves by playing terribly, let's just say you hang your queen and they play bishop takes queen, and the computer approves of that move, it's like leaving a trail of breadcrumbs for your opponent, and if your opponent finds those breadcrumbs, you can accuse them of cheating because they find the breadcrumbs just like Stockfish would. You give away a pawn, they take a pawn, you give away a piece. That's exactly what it looked like to me, actually. It was very unfortunate. But there are more issues going on than that. Let's analyze the previous game with Shock Bronco. I believe I am going to do a chessable course on A3. It's not going to include this variation, that's for sure.
Check.
I also want to do a chessable course on the 4-move checkmate. This was a very cool move, by the way. I blundered here with Queen F5, and I played this creative idea. Now my opponent does not have to take my queen, but my idea was that if he took my queen, like he can't play bishop to d6. Perhaps he should play queen to b3 check. I was actually thinking you should play queen to b3 check and then bishop to d6. Or queen to b3 check and then knight to c6. A3 is a very valuable move, but this was just so cool because he walks right into the trap. There's no defending this pawn or this square, so I'm getting at least one, if not more, out of this position. He has to lose one pawn. And bishop e5 was a terrible move. He simply has rook to, doesn't he have rook to c7? Oh yeah, rook to e7, it does say it's the best move. Rook to e7 is the best move, but this has to remain guarded. Therein lies the tail. That is the problem. So after king to d7, knight to b5, it's hard to justify the loss of this piece. 2 pieces for a rook? Not even 2 pieces for a rook. Oh, I understand, don't worry. I have actually lost many a game to Jeet because I've been streaming and I have to fix my audio. Yesterday, I think yesterday was probably the most amazing game ever. I don't remember who was on the other end of it. I think Ginka was on the other end of it. Let's reload this just to make sure. Are we going to get one more round out of this? Maybe. We need those paused players to come back. Chess Vide World Toss 8667. Green Flower, we need you back in the event if we're going to make it to the 6th round. So I need to take a day off. I don't know which day that I will take off. Good morning, Phil Princess. Just a heads up, the Master Chess Dojo calendar has all of the national scholastics, including the girls, that are available now through 2025, and it is going to contain the World Youth events and all of the CCA events. So you can actually add this calendar with this invite to your Google Calendar or iCal, and it contains a link to the details immediately. I haven't added all the state championships. Yes, it will include the states, I believe. Because when I filter, I'll talk to you more about the LHOC calendar later. Yes, I'm starting from up here and working my way toward the regional levels. But I'm not necessarily going so far down because I'm trying to get the FIDE calendar incorporated into the calendar. You should be in bed, under the covers, burning it out. I'm serious, burning it out. Not a single thing should be outside the covers. If you can incorporate an artificial fever, it will help your body fight the whatever infection, virus, whatever. Now, if you are under the age of 16 years old, I was warned by my doctor not to recommend this for children. By the way, children are affected differently by fever and temperatures because their bodies are still developing. So the idea that your body has a fever in order to raise the temperature, in order to fight a virus, doesn't mean that you can suppress all of those symptoms and not have a fever because it prolongs. In my personal opinion, I'm not a doctor. I am not a doctor. This is not real medical advice. But in general, the logic to me, and it has worked for me personally, to burn out the fever. I've gotten over the flu and many other worse cases just by burning it out. Just getting under the covers, completely submersing myself. You have to put a few towels under the sheets because it is going to be a sauna. You might even be able to use a sauna. You might be able to steam it out, but I don't believe in dehydration. So therefore, You have to drink plenty of liquids. Crystal Palace at Wembley. I wonder if it was the mention of this manic game that put Richie off the rails yesterday. What's happening here? Oh, I see. There was a great tweet this morning that I got involved in where someone said, my mother caught me playing chess at 3 a.m. and asked me what I was doing.
Ready.
Right? No, not our Richie. Different Richie. But I had a Crystal Palace Arsenal score wrong. Oh, it's us. Not a big deal. I appreciate the sentiment that muting may be in order. So this is the trick, really. The bishop's not on f4. Do I go with this? No, I'm going to go with this one. I'm going with this one. That's interesting. It is interesting. My opponent has compensation for this pawn. Definite compensation for the pawn. Fighting for the dark squares. All right, moment of truth, everybody. Moment of truth. I do not want to tip my hand in any way, shape, or form. Do not want to tip my hand in any way, shape, or form. What's going on here? Is there a problem with this playlist? I think so. What's going on here? What's going on here? Something seems wrong with this picture. I can't allow him to do that. You always have bishop g5 though. Thank you, Pegasus, for the bits. Thank you for the bits, Pegasus. All right, moment of truth. Moment of truth. I have to resort to this.
Check.
Yeah, I'm mated. Oh my god, I'm mated. I can't believe that I'm mated.
You lose.
No, Den. You had bishop f5 check and then mate. You fooled me. You fooled me though. You had bishop f5 check. That's what I missed. And then mate. There's nothing I could do to stop it. So in this position, I more than likely had to just admit that I'm losing material. Maybe bishop to d4. I don't think there's anything more to this tournament. Congratulations, Nina Rosa. Ron, you pipped me at the post, you bum. Ron is beast. Yeah, I had to play rook to d8 though. Knight takes e5 was rook to d8. I had to play that. That's what I missed. We'll take a quick look. So this I know, right? Thank you for the bits, Ron. That was pretty awesome. So you didn't have to take back. I guess you did. Knight takes c3. Everything's going well right up until the moment I played d6. So I had this idea of locking down on the dark squares, right? So I guess because I didn't see bishop to h3, e6 would have been better, followed by d5, perhaps. I don't know what I was thinking. So in any event, it believes I should follow up with a5. I guess. So in any event, I didn't mind so much what happened because it was part of the plan. The bishop d6. Got it. So I thought I had to play rook to d8 here, actually. And you still get bishop to d7 check in. It's just uncomfortable. Well, the problem that I have is that I used to play knight f3 on move 2 as well. And c5 really puts you in an awkward situation. You do have to play d5. And after, so this is the secret, everybody. I'm not giving this away one more time. Oh, another line. But I'm just talking about in the first 4 moves. So you ready, Danny? This is Topolov's recommendation. And Ron is getting it. But basically after d4, knight f6, c5, d5, b5, you have to play like Topolov and play bishop to g5, I believe. You have to just go for it. You have to start undermining the attack on d5 immediately. You can't let bishop to b7 happen. Does that make sense? Somebody look it up for me. Make sure I'm not talking out of my left cheek. I'm not telling you which cheek that is. Yes, you do have that. Queen to b3 is probably better. Queen a4. Castles. Well, the material's equal, so what can you do? I've only lost my pawn back, but white is better. The knight takes, bishop takes, queen to c6, f3, castles, or rook to d8, castles, and then bishop f5 is what I was definitely expecting. And I did look at this move. I just had this preconceived notion of bishop g5, bishop e3 check, and bishop d4. That was my precog. And why didn't I follow through on it? Oh, finally, bishop g5 arrives. All right, Stockfish comes along. It is a weak c-pawn. That was why I had a hard time pushing it. But now that I see the problem with the back rank, I guess it's not a big deal. I see the problem with the back rank more clearly. So bishop g5. Did it like that? It didn't like that. I should just play that. Rook takes d1, rook takes d1, queen takes d1. Oh! And of course the simple queen d5. OMG. h5 was the losing move, yeah? That's so sad. So even after this move, I still have the simple queen to d5. h5 was the losing move, and I just get mated, basically.
Check.
Well, it doesn't give the difference between plus 11 and plus 12. Plus 12, ladies and gentlemen, over plus 11 does not register as a blunder. Knight takes e5, bishop takes e5. No, knight takes e5 was the right move. I think knight takes e5 was the right move. Let's go back to that. I'm going to turn off the engine for just a moment. So in this position, knight to c6, Ah, I thought knight to d7 would run into an awkward moment where I can't guard this pawn. Oh, that's what I missed. I can always take on f3. So I have a passed pawn, which is not easy to get to. The c pawn could be strong if I treat it properly. I mean, bishop takes e5 actually looks fairly annoying as well. Does it end up the same? I guess it doesn't have the same punch. Let's see what the assessment is here. And is there a, yeah, bishop takes e5 is not as strong. Wow. I can't believe we managed to get 5 rounds, 6 rounds out of this tournament when I couldn't get the notice out. I have to take a day off in order to get the notice out. So we need a 960 day. Is that what we need? And I haven't advertised the 960, the chess 960 in the main dojo thread at all. I've stopped rubbing my eyes. Alright, the lights went out in the beach house. The lights went out in the dojo. It could mean that we have to draw a little bit of a curtain here. Or do we do a 960 simul? Dojo is growing though. The Swisses are growing the dojo. I have to admit, the main feature here is that the Swisses are advertised on the main page. And I have not set up the Swiss for tomorrow, I'm just realizing. But I don't know about this. So the first Swisses I need to do are the World Champion Swisses. Ah! Here we go. Basically, I want to get all the World Champion events in today. I'm going to get this weekend's events. Or should I take Saturday and Sunday off? That's weird, right? Taking a day off? What's that all about? Easter weekend? I should plan a break. And that way I can get my chessable course finished. So the sunrise, tomorrow and Sunday are the 7:55 Swisses usually. But I think I'm going to advertise some 960. You seem to be holding fast at 41 Deshi. I'm very happy about that. $50 subs. Could it be time for a 24-hour stream? No, my daughter's coming home. I can't do a 24-hour stream. That would be terrible. If I were to do a 24-hour stream, I had to start yesterday, before she got home. King and bishop versus king and rook. Is there any corner or what? No. I don't know that it can be forced. King, bishop, and rook versus king and rook. There is a chessable course on this, though. Let's see. 1 second. You can... Maybe it's 75 moves. I think it's 75 moves for king, bishop, and rook against king and rook. That's what I'm thinking. But it's tricky. They lengthened it out. They wanted to change the FIDE rule for that one. Stefan Lam, how are you? Let's do a quick shout out for Chess in Mauritius. Another fellow that started streaming from the dojo. I can tell you my inspirations were Fiancetta, aka Nemsko, and a couple of little-known grandmasters like Mercia the Best, I can almost say that Sludgy and SLK Chess was streaming too, I'll bet. Let me get congrats Ron Hay in the stream chat, in the tournament chat before it goes away. That was very impressive. So yeah, I'm actually gonna do all the world champion events for the year. That's right. 138 moves. I have to see this game. Hold on. Shock Bronco. Wait, which game are we talking about? 138 moves. Well, you can be results oriented, yes. Doesn't help for students though. Results oriented for students gets us fired. No, results oriented for students gets us fired and replaced. As my... That's what other chess coaches bring in order to get chess coaches replaced. $138 moves. Oh, really? And your chess team in Sweden? Very nice. Hold the phone here. Let's see if I can actually get this one up. All right. So how am I going to do this? I will make it full screen. And then... Here we go. This is Ron's... Oh, there it is. No, this isn't the game. Which is the game? Wait a minute, who is that? Anil Surrender, the Swedish president. I love Anil. Please say hello to him for me when you get a chance. And for Princess Fiel. We both met him in Oslo many years ago. I'm glad Anil won this game. Let's take a quick look at Mr. Surrender's game. Names like that tend to stand out. So far so good. Now here, I prefer F4, by the way. F4 a la Morphe versus Meek. We might be off by one move, but I still prefer. It went all the way up the food chain. Yeah, I actually had Matthew Zeitlin and Matty Bender played a game at the old Heisman Trophy place in the New York Athletic Club on 57th Street, where they didn't know about the 50 move rule, and they also went quite a long time. Luna Mora 64, good morning, how are you? Zakharov Lindbergh. All right, one moment. Let me just look at my buddy Anil Surrender. I don't know if you know Anil, but he was at the the Congress of Presidents. We had J.J. Jorensen, Lars Beck Hansen, the Danish Chess Federation president, and then we had Anil Surrender along with Tiger, who was accompanying Tiger Person. And the Svines Memorial, the one year we had 3 presidents, and it was like the presidents, they were all very active players, and they were all good. It was so funny. Uh-oh, things are going south for Mr. Blomdahl here. That's it? You thought it was worthy of resigning here? I guess so. I guess so. There's no tactic on this square. Queen f6 threatening no mate and the knight at the same time. Threatening no mate. It was 319 moves. Is it a Scholastic game? Jeez whiz. 319 moves. This is not... I wish they would do something with the DGT interface. I wonder if there's a way to change the colors. We just need a better color on the bottom bar in order to make these buttons pop. Oh, wait a minute. Did I pass it? Let me just make sure here. Just checking these players. See if there's anybody else like Mods Anderson. I played with him when he was a kid. All right, here we go. Oh, I see the up arrow and the down arrow key work. In this particular position, I believe black is supposed to play d4. Not entirely positive about that. But black can play d4 in that position. World Open 2020. I'm going to check it out in a moment. I probably have it in chess base, right? For the rook and bishop versus rook and knight, classic battle. This is dead lost. Right here. White to move and win. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is white to move and win. Yeah, I could see them though, Danny, not knowing how to click draw. The other day I was playing in an arena with Ben Feingold. So I'm playing Feingold. I'm playing Ben, and I can't resign because there's no resign button. I don't know what's wrong with my screen, but there's no resign button. It's usually on the right-hand side above the notation. I actually saw it when I won an arena with Kim Dim, but I maximized my screen and everything, and I had nothing. There was no... there was no menu button, there was no resign button, there was no draw button. It was very weird. It was just another feature of the cheese.com interface. Rook c7. But what do we do on rook to c2 in this position? Rook to d2. Let's play rook to d2. The pawn on the board makes this easier. Rook to d2. What does black do on rook to d2? Can I export this PGN? And put it in a study? I don't understand. Well, I mean, I just came up to it. I'm like waiting, and then white to move and win wins. Right? Isn't that weird? It's another classic, by the way. So it's game over here. And he still won it, apparently. Oh no, I didn't mean to go to the end. What was that? Move number 87? I believe that was move number 87. I mean, it doesn't really matter rook where, because after rook anywhere along this file other than d1, rook to g1, bishop g6 check, rook takes g6, king takes g6, and then we stop this pawn. Moving around dead pawn, dead draw. Hold on. Yeah, we're getting there, Danny. We're getting there. We're getting to that game in just a moment. Yeah, I mean, so this exercise right here is a very, very important one for all of my lessons, by the way. King and rook against king. I call this the funnel. There are two types of funnels. There's the queen and rook funnel, and there's the king and rook funnel. So basically, the queen and rook funnel, you need only 3 files. And in this case, it's the F file through the D file. And you've got these up here, and you're locked in, and the king is going to be swept in front of the king, no matter what. It's just a waiting move. You just bring your rook back, king has to go in front, you check, you go forward, you just keep repeating the process all over again. But yeah, no, this is winnable. This is definitely winnable. With the pawn on the board, I'm not so sure. So where are we? Move number 93, right? sorry. Yep, 93, the pawn is captured. Yep, and now we're going in that direction. What was going on in that position? Was it a draw? I guess it was a draw. So in that position, if he attempted to hold this, I'm not sure if I believe in the move right here. But basically there are no checks, right? We're very close to mating in this position as well. I'm actually thinking that it should be rook to e7. I do want to export this to PGN, but I can also look for this game or the other game. Oh, you found the game on ICC. You are a mod, sir. Post the FEN or the PGN, and I'll import it. Yeah, certain positions are a draw, yeah. But he already missed his chance because he didn't know how to checkmate with bishop and rook. This is another one, by the way. He should check again. Right here. This is absolutely it. He checks again, king here, rook back, game over. Right? No? Yes? Maybe so? Rook pins. Yeah, that's absolutely the case. It's rook back, then you swing the rook to this side and you do the same thing. Yeah, rook g5. But that is part of the process, though. Rook to g5 is part of the process. And then rook to h7, I believe. And when the rook goes to f5, if the rook should blunder and go to f5, then you get to go to h8. The rook has to go to e5. And then there's a technique here because the rook is on e5. I'm just drawing a blank right now. The technique with the rook on e5. So what we're looking at, everyone, is we were looking at rook to b7 check. King to a6 is forced because of the discovery with rook, king a8, rook to g7, discovered check, winning. Can't lose our rook. So rook to b7 check. I wish I could draw lines on this. King to a6, and then let's just say rook to h7, very important, rook to h7. Rook to g5. Okay, I take that back. Rook to f7, for example. Rook to g5 because we must pin the bishop against bishop c4. Then rook h7 after rook g5. Rook to e5 is the only move because the bishop must remain pinned. And then there's a technique here. This is winning. That position is winning. We're gonna go back to the regular to our study. Hold on. Is there a study window? Hold the phone. Yeah, I want to bottom of the board cut off, or is it okay? There we go. Editor. Clear board. And this is white to move. Yes. All of these moves, swinging to the other side, there is a trick here. It won't let you load all of the moves. You may need to do it in patches. But yeah, I'm quite proficient. It never occurred to me, Ron, that I actually know how to win this game. I honestly don't know that I know how to win this game because it's one of those things. Yeah. I think there is a game that it's about 360 moves in the chess-based database. Somewhere along the lines. So who was this game between? Let me just make sure I get the names while I'm at it. There is a way to get to this, by the way. Green 1, for example. We should see this game, though, right? What? Dude. I know you offered me a draw in 5 moves, but that was a little ridiculous. I appreciate your support. We have to help each other become better players, right? Bishop opposite color with locks pawns. Oh, that's very sad, Danny. Yeah, that's very sad that they just kept moving the pieces. I feel like I know Daniel Johnson. But Daniel Johansson, I feel like he went to Oslo as well. I am slow death. Round 1 is better. Johnny Hector, Thunberg Hansen, I know those two guys. I don't know if Linus played, but Axel Smith also played in Oslo. I met Axel. Wow, a lot of great players in this round. Right. So I've played Johnny Hector. I've never played Axel Smith, but I sat next to him. In fact, I think he played early on, 2010, 2011. I wonder Yeah, he was only an IM then. I don't think he's an IM anymore. So we're looking at no Ron Hay in this round though. So Danny, how do you get the PGN out of? How do you get the PGN out of DGT, or is it on the internet? Let's do this. We'll do it this way. ALLSVENSKAN How about that? Got it. I think I've got it. These are all the teams. And that's Boxbergs. Better players in round one. Indeed. FC tables. I'm afraid that this is football club tables. Never mind. I need the chess. It's amazing to me that the search engines do not go across the international like livechesscloud.swe or livechesscloud.no will not be searched if I try to search. So I bought something, basically this book, the other day, The Chess Scene by David Levy, right? Very out of print, collectible. The Chess Scene describes the history of chess and all of the players in the history of chess and the origins and many other things. The Chess Scene by Stuart Rubin and David Levy. Now, I searched for this book far and wide. Then I went on AKA Nemsko's wish list for Canada, right? So I'm on Amazon Prime Canada, and it's on Amazon Prime Canada, but when I search for it on Amazon in the United States, it does not come up. And then I tried searching for it separately using Google in order to see if there was another service that referenced the Canadian resource. So I ordered this book from a separate Amazon in Canada, which my Amazon Prime still assured me free delivery because I have Amazon Prime in the United States. So I literally got it from another country with free delivery through Amazon Prime from an Amazon site that was not linked to the United States. So it's very weird. I've also done the same thing with books from England. If I go to, and Germany. So I haven't actually ordered the books from Germany, but I found books that are in English on German Amazon that are not available in the United States on the American United States because for whatever reason, I guess that maybe the retailer or the vendor does not wish to offer it. It was such a beautiful thing to receive this book, and maybe I will take 2 days off and study for myself. Is that possibly true? And then we'll resume with a vengeance on Monday morning with the Swisses. I think we're going to keep the Swiss format, but I need to take a short break in order to get my notifications. The Space Lecture by Jesse Cry about Fisher. I have it on my list. You can't quite see it on my board, but yes. I'm going to rewrite it because I corrected it. I'm going to move some of those names off screen. World Champion Events, Game Changers, That was in St. Louis. Yeah, this weekend is Foxwoods. I don't know that anyone is covering it live. That would be very cool if anyone were covering it live. Actually, chess.com should be covering it live. I take that back. Lee Chess should be covering it live. Yeah. Grandmaster Ben Feingold is there. Yeah, if it's on Follow Chess, I believe Lee Chess does it. Let's go to watch broadcasts. Oh, shoots. No, today's Friday. I forgot that I'm doing the class tomorrow at 10 a.m. I hope it's in my calendar. I hope it's in my calendar. I'm gonna add the weekend's events. Yeah, I am officially deleting the event for tomorrow. Stay at home away. Hold on, first I should find out whose birthdays are this weekend before I do that. Right? Let's make sure we're not missing anyone's birthdays that we don't want to know about. Nope. Saturday, April 16th is now an off day for everybody. No! I actually deleted the birthdays. Good thing Control-Z works. That was crazy. That was seriously, seriously crazy. Let's see whose birthdays it is on Sunday. You can also check this for yourself using !cal. Yep, I'm taking Alon Greenfeld's birthday off on Saturday. Oh no, I did it again. I deleted the birthday event. I deleted the list of birthdays. That's terrible. The good news is I didn't delete them for last year or next year. Yeah, we're going to take these next 2 days off, and we're going to do some 960 events, and I'm going to arrange for everything to begin again on Monday. How about that? So, I was wrong. Lee Chess is not covering it. Foxwoods. That's crazy. Yes, this is another calendar I have to incorporate into the Master Chess Dojo calendar. Gotta make sure that all of these events are incorporated into our Master Chess Dojo calendar. Paris Rapid and Blitz. That would be lovely. This is the shot. Oh my god. Right? But there's nothing on Ginka's event. He was telling me about event, which is yeah, you did the one yesterday indeed. I wasn't sure what she was talking about. She did accidentally message me about Thursday PM, but I think she was messaging you. Where are we? So yeah, we have to get all these events there. Beth Harmon. Wait a minute now. You came in with Beth Harmon. Unfortunately, I have not yet gone. For those of you that were interested, Lauren was telling me about a lecture on Fisher not utilizing space in his games. A lecture by Jesse Cry from St. Louis many years back. And so what do we have here? Perhaps Beth Harmon worked. We are going to be streaming 960 on the weekend. It doesn't mean that I'm going to be off, but we're going to take a break from the 9-round 5+5 Swisses. But we are going to be doing some 960. I'm going to be growing the 960. No one should be entering Offerspiel or Lions, by the way. No one should be entering those. Like, I just want to delete this guy. For example, see this guy, I've just joined the online thingy, but you have to pay the physical club. So perhaps I'll stream the Sunday event. Ron, are you still playing the Queen's Gambit? Yes. Very good. Well, I don't really want to show anybody's real name because they do have to give it if they actually join the club. But I'm not in charge of memberships, so I wish I didn't have to see that. But in any event, yeah, you do have to join the online club. You have to pay to be a member there. I thought about paying to be a member of the Master Chess Dojo as well, to increase the membership. And then all of the any or all money raised to join the Master Chess Dojo would just be refunded in prizes throughout events. Disparov's birthday 960. 6:38 and all as well. I keep forgetting that it's Friday morning. Craziness. So I do have to do my calendar of events. That much is true. I don't want to reveal my secrets on how I do the calendar of events. Basically, I'm going to have... You can tell that I haven't done any team tournaments yet. Oh, yeah? You're getting crushed in your game. Tebow also has a Ukraine flag. He's playing Stockfish, or he was playing Stockfish. He's probably testing. He may even be streaming. Take a quick peek. So one of my early inspirations. So get this, right? Like A.K. Nemsko has a really lovely demeanor and is, of course, very, very youthful and dramatic. That's not what inspired me, but basically her voice could be found annoying to some, and I don't like my voice. So therefore, I was inspired by both Viet and Keta, who had an older person's voice, the pause in the voice that I use, Slodgy, Mark Asserman, all these guys I could easily do as well as or better than. He's in the middle of a puzzle streak to 105. Ladies and gentlemen, one of my earliest favorite streamers, GM Tranquilizer. Please enjoy his company. Thank you, DG Road. He's 105, and basically him and Mercia are the best because of their demeanor, their quietness on stream. I figure I can. Uh-oh, I just realized that somebody is there. But that's all right. Have a great day. I'll be back with some 960 events soon. Probably some study streams for Pegasus. Pegasus, I'm going to try to do those study streams today. My memorable games, the highlights from the 1992 Fisher World Championship match, and the most recent one, which was... what? Fisher 1992 match, and then... drawing a blank on the other one. I wrote it down, but I moved my sheet. Remind me what the other one. My memorable games. Fisher Spassky 92, and you had asked for one other person. Hold on, I'm looking. I wrote it down. Cheers. Chess with Spider-Man, how are you?